Every year, Apple enthusiasts, students, creators, and professionals alike all ask the same big question. Is this the year I should upgrade my MacBook Pro, or should I wait for the next one? And in 2025, that debate is louder than ever. Why? Because Apple is preparing to launch the new MacBook Pro lineup, powered by its highly anticipated M5 chip series later this year. These machines are expected to land in October 2025, continuing Apple's tradition of refreshing its Pro laptops in the fall. Now, at first glance, this might sound like a typical spec bump year, a cycle we've seen before. But the truth is, even when Apple doesn't completely overhaul the MacBook Pro's design, its chip updates tend to redefine performance standards across the industry. That's exactly what makes the M5 MacBook Pro worth analyzing in detail. So today, let's go deep into everything you need to know about the upcoming 14-inch and 16-inch MacBook Pro models with M5, M5 Pro, and M5 Max chips. We'll talk about performance expectations, Wi-Fi 7 upgrades, design rumors, launch dates, and most importantly, whether you should buy now or hold out until 2026 for Apple's rumored massive redesign. The legacy of Apple Silicon. Before we even talk about the M5, we need to understand how we got here. Apple's shift from Intel to Apple Silicon back in 2020 was one of the boldest moves in its history. The M1 chip completely shook up the laptop industry by delivering desktop-class performance in a fanless MacBook Air, incredible battery efficiency, tight integration between macOS and hardware. From there, the M2, M3, and M4 followed, each improving graphics, neural engine performance, and efficiency. The M4, launched in mid-2024, already stunned many reviewers with its 3nm architecture and performance per watt. Now, the M5 series is the natural next step, and it's expected to push Apple Silicon even further ahead of Intel and AMD in the laptop space. What's new with the M5 MacBook Pro? According to multiple reliable reports, the new MacBook Pro, 14-inch and 16-inch models arriving in late 2025 will feature 3 new chips. M5 for the entry-level Pro models, M5 Pro for higher-end configurations, M5 Max for professionals who demand extreme power. Built on TSMC's 3nm N3P process, the new chips will be built on TSMC's N3P process, which is essentially an improved, more efficient version of the 3nm technology already used in the M4. This means 2 things: better performance per watt, expect smoother multitasking, faster rendering, and better handling of AI workloads. Longer battery life. Apple has consistently extended MacBook battery endurance, and with the M5, we may see the 16-inch MacBook Pro push beyond 22 hours of video playback. Incremental but significant gains don't expect the M5 to completely blow away the M4 in raw benchmarks. Early leaks suggest incremental improvements, especially in GPU performance for graphics-heavy workflows, AI and neural engine tasks for Apple Intelligence features, efficiency cores, allowing more performance at lower power. This refresh may not feel revolutionary for casual users, but for creative professionals editing 8K video, rendering 3D models, or working in machine learning, these gains add up to serious time savings. Design: no major changes in 2025. Now let's talk design. If you're hoping for a thinner, lighter MacBook Pro with an OLED display this year, you'll have to wait. Multiple reports agree. The 2025 MacBook Pro will look the same as the 2023-2024 models. That means mini LED displays, not OLED, the same squared-off chassis introduced in 2021, familiar port layout, HDMI, MagSafe, SD card slot, and Thunderbolt 4. But here's the good news. 2026 is shaping up to be the big one. Apple is expected to completely redesign the MacBook Pro with OLED displays for richer contrast and thinner form factors, a lighter chassis while retaining durability, possibly Face ID integration, though that's still speculative. So for 2025, we're getting an internal refresh, not a design revolution. Connectivity: Wi-Fi 7 on the horizon. One of the most underrated upgrades coming with the M5 MacBook Pro could be Wi-Fi 7 support. Apple skipped Wi-Fi 7 in its M4 Mac lineup, even though competitors like Dell and Asus already introduced it in late 2024. But in 2025, Apple is expected to catch up. What does Wi-Fi 7 bring? Up to 2.4x faster speeds than Wi-Fi 6E, lower latency, perfect for cloud gaming and video calls, better handling of crowded environments like offices and schools. If you're someone who moves large video files, streams 8K content, or collaborates online, Wi-Fi 7 will be a game changer. Release date expectations. Apple has a consistent rhythm when it comes to MacBook Pro launches. October refresh events. October 2021. New design with M1 Pro and M1 Max. October 2023 M3. MacBook Pro lineup. June 2024 M4. MacBook Pro surprise launch at WWDC October 2025. All signs point to the M5 MacBook Pro refresh. It's also likely that the M5 iPad Pro lineup will launch alongside the MacBook Pro, giving Apple a unified marketing push around the M5 chip. MacBook Pro M5 versus competitors. So how will the new MacBook Pro stack up against competitors in late 2025? Intel Meteor Lake and Arrow Lake laptops. Intel is still playing catch-up on efficiency. Apple Silicon's battery life advantage remains unmatched. AMD Ryzen AI laptops. AMD is making huge strides in AI processing. But Apple's Neural Engine and Apple Intelligence integration will keep the ecosystem strong. Windows AI PCs. Microsoft and Qualcomm's Snapdragon X Elite laptops are pushing ARM-based Windows machines. These may be Apple's biggest long-term competition. Even with incremental updates, the M5 MacBook Pro will likely dominate creative workflows, thanks to Final Cut Pro, Logic Pro, and macOS optimization. Should you buy now or wait? This is the million-dollar question. If you're on an older Intel MacBook or even an M1, the M5 MacBook Pro will feel like a massive leap forward. Better performance, better efficiency, and longer support lifespan. But if you already own an M3 or M4 MacBook Pro, the upgrade to M5 may not feel worth it, unless you absolutely need the performance gains for professional workloads. If you're also excited by design, then waiting until 2026's OLED redesign could be the smarter choice. That's when Apple will likely deliver the wow factor hardware changes that make a MacBook feel brand new. The bigger picture. Apple's strategy isn't just refreshing the MacBook Pro because it can. The M5 lineup is part of a larger strategy. Keep Apple Silicon ahead of Intel, AMD, and Qualcomm. Ensure Apple Intelligence features run smoothly across all devices. Maintain the MacBook Pro as the ultimate creative machine for professionals. By staggering chip improvements one year and design overhauls the next, Apple ensures that there's always a reason to upgrade. Depending on whether you care more about raw performance or cutting-edge design. Final thoughts. Is the M5 MacBook Pro worth the hype? So here's the bottom line. The M5 MacBook Pro 2025 is shaping up to be an impressive internal upgrade, but not a revolutionary one. You'll get new M5, M5 Pro, and M5 Max chips with improved efficiency, likely Wi-Fi 7 support, the same reliable, award-winning design. But if you're holding out for OLED displays, a thinner chassis, or groundbreaking design changes, you'll want to wait until 2026. For professionals who need the best performance right now, the M5 MacBook Pro will be a powerhouse. For everyone else, the real excitement may be just 1 year away. What about you? Are you planning to upgrade to the M5 MacBook Pro this fall, or will you hold out for Apple's 2026 redesign? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your upgrade plans.